Evening, ladies.
Watch out!
Who is it?
Sorry. Something's happening to Earth.
We need to find the others.
I haven't seen some of them for centuries.
You hear that, Sprite? Family reunion.
It's about time.
It's a really interesting mix. And having 10 characters, we're a big, slightly dysfunctional family.
This is what the end of the world looks like. At least we have front row seats.
Well, you know what's never saved the planet? Your sarcasm.
Cersei, she has the power to manipulate matter, and she's had a long-running on-off relationship with Icarus.
How long were you together?
5,000 years.
Well, I guess you can call that long term.
Icarus is the loyal soldier.
Dad, that's Superman with the cape, and you're shooting laser beams out of your eyes.
I don't wear a cape.
Bastards can assemble anything out of any kind of technology.
There were more deviants than you said.
Well, I'm sure that was fun for you.
It was.
Athena, she's the goddess of war. She can manifest different weapons, which was very fun.
Gilgamesh, he's a protector. His specialty is a strong punch.
This is Makkari. None of us have seen her for centuries.
Sprite can create illusions. She's really sarcastic, especially with Kingo.
I would say Kingo is a little self-involved.
Kingo, the movie star. I've directed some things too.
Droog. He's mind control. He stands up for what he believes in and that there shouldn't be violence.
We don't interfere in their wars. And then there is Ajax.
She's kind of the leader of the Eternals. Her power is healing.
This planet and these people have changed me.
These superheroes reflect the world we live in.
Everybody is unique and special.
I think Eternals is the most epic movie that Marvel has done. And I really, really mean that. They're really gonna see a movie unlike any they've ever seen before.
Welcome back, everyone. This will be my brand new Eternals trailer video. There's a couple of clips and scenes that they released, so we'll break it all down. There's a whole bunch of Easter eggs here, and you also probably saw that Marvel just announced that they changed their Marvel Phase 4 movie schedule. I'll explain what's going on with that at the end of this video, too. It's not quite as big a deal as people think that it is. If you're brand new to the channel, I do Marvel videos every week, so be sure to subscribe to get everything. If you do get a chance to see the movie early, please do not post spoilers on this video. Just starting at the beginning of this footage and working our way through shot by shot. So the scene here starts with basically Icarus saving Black Knight Kit Harington's Dane Whitman character and the other Eternals. If you look in the background, zoom and enhance, you can see that Sprite is using her powers to make it look like the other humans around them in the street disappeared. Because as they talk about in that other clip, her powers are illusions, just like Loki's illusions. So he can make it seem like things disappear, even though it's all just a big trick. Then Icarus surprises them by flying in Superman style and taking out this deviant. And there is a later clip too in this where they clarify Phastos' young son there is referring to Icarus when he calls him Superman. Like, he literally calls him Superman. So I do love the idea now that DC Comics is an actual brand. Like, there are actually comic books published by a company named DC Comics inside the Marvel Universe, the main Marvel Universe. If you've watched any of the Arrowverse shows, they reference the Marvel characters on the Arrowverse shows all the time, like The Flash. So Marvel Comics does exist in the DC Universe. You also may have noticed here, there are a couple Easter eggs in the background. The store that he flies the deviant through as he's trying to take it out is a tattoo parlor named Prophets, which is a bit of a subtle Easter egg just foreshadowing the truth of the Eternals' lives, their real mission on planet Earth. Like, what are they really here for versus what they think that they're here for? And foreshadowing the big emergence that's happening during the movie, the threat of this new Celestial that's going to burst out of planet Earth and completely destroy the planet. As in, the Eternals are kind of like prophets of doom for humanity, with most of them probably being unaware of what's actually going on with their true mission till maybe later in the film. Then I love the way that Kit Harington's Dane Whitman character, the Black Knight, basically running in to help, At this point in the story, based on what Kevin Feige has said, he doesn't really have any natural powers or anything like that. He still thinks he's a totally normal person. He works at the British Natural History Museum in London with Cersei's character. So he probably doesn't really learn much about his heritage as the Black Knight, the lineage of his family, the Ebony Blade, till maybe like the end of the movie and the sequels, in which other future Marvel movies he appears in. And if they're giving Marvel Disney Plus spin-off series to all the big Marvel Phase 4 movies, like they just announced a Shang-Chi spin-off series on Disney Plus for the 10 Rings, like a 10 Rings Disney Plus series. If we're talking about Eternals, who would get the spin-off here? What would be the Eternals Marvel Disney Plus series? It would probably be Kit Harington's Black Knight character, and I would love to see them do 6 to 9 episodes of a Black Knight series. But the other really cool thing here that you may have noticed in the background is the music. So I make all these Game of Thrones jokes about how they have a Game of Thrones reunion because you have Richard Madden's character and Kit Harington's character in a movie together with scenes together. So it's almost like Jon Snow reuniting with Robb Stark for the first time because they never met each other again during Game of Thrones. Robb Stark winds up dying during the Red Wedding, and Jon Snow didn't get an opportunity to see him again before that happened. But another layer to this whole Game of Thrones reunion that's going on screen, you have Ramin Djawadi, who did the music for Game of Thrones, which was fantastic, who did the music for the Eternals movie. And this Eternals theme music that plays when Ikaris is walking out, like doing his superhero pose, like he's going full Thor here, just kind of basking in the glory of his takedown. The Eternals theme music swells up, and it sounds very Game of Thrones-esque. Now, obviously, it's a little bit different from Game of Thrones, but if some of you got some Game of Thrones flashbacks when you were hearing this, that's why, because it's Ramin Djawadi coming back to do this. The funny needle drop moment here, the bus getting ready to hit him in the Deviant, with Cersei transmuting it into flowers, while Dane Whitman just craps his pants in disbelief, because apparently at this point in the film, it seems like he doesn't know anything about their secrets. But it's after this scene that they have that conversation where Cersei explains their entire backstory, and then talks about Thanos, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, why they didn't help out in any of the wars across human history. There's also a longer version of that conversation in the second clip where they're talking about her relationship with Ikaris. Like, wait a minute, this is your old boyfriend. What's going on here? How long were you together? Oh, you know, about 5,000 years on and off again, a little bit. Then they have the clip with all the different Eternals team members clarifying their powers in a couple new scenes. I've already talked about the powers of the other Eternals characters in my other trailer videos, so I'll link some of those in the description below if you want to learn more about the other characters. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I am supposed to be seeing it sometime in the next couple of days, so if I get a chance to, I will post my non-spoilery review as soon as possible. I think that's going to be Sunday, so look out for that. Most of the reactions to the movie so far have been very positive, so it does seem like it's a pretty solid film. Just to explain what's going on with the big Marvel Phase 4 movies schedule, so you probably saw the announcement in the last couple of days, Marvel delayed pretty much all their Marvel Phase 4 movies. Kevin Feige actually explained this at the Eternals premiere. This is the clip of him talking about that.
Production shifts and changes, and because we have so many slots, we can just shift slots. So all the Marvel slots are the same. We're just shifting the movies coming out. And yes, Strange has moved 6 weeks. So instead of there being 3 months between Marvel movies, there'll be 5 months between Marvel movies. And I think that we can all handle that.
It's just that there are all these new protocols for filming movies and TV shows because of the virus that causes them to take much longer to film. So basically what Marvel did is just to give themselves the time that they needed, they just bumped all the movies one movie slot. So as Kevin Feige says, all the release dates that they had for the Marvel Phase 4 movies are the same. It's just that they bumped the movies that they're releasing on those release dates by one film. So for instance, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness was going to come out in March right next to the Batman movie. So they delayed that to May when they were originally going to release Thor Love and Thunder. And now Thor Love and Thunder is coming out in the summer instead of Black Panther 2. And so on and so forth, domino effect, everything just getting bumped by one movie slot by a couple months. There'll still be a bunch of Marvel stuff happening at the beginning of the year. Marvel's doing their version of DC Fandom. In a couple weeks, there'll be a bunch of trailers. Of course, I'll do videos for all that stuff, so make sure you have alerts enabled for my channel so you don't miss anything. I'll do more Eternals bonus videos in the next couple of weeks as we get ready for the movie. My full post-credit scene video, full breakdown Easter eggs videos, all that stuff will post after the movie actually comes out in theaters in a couple weeks. While you wait for everything, click here for my brand new Spider-Man No Way Home trailer video, Hawkeye trailer videos, and click here for all my DC Fandom trailers, like the Batman trailer, the Flash movie trailer. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next one.